Base Deku has the potential to deal the highest amounts of damage possible in this game, and this character is basically the best option to grind kills. So in this video, I will be teaching you everything you need to know about Deku's base move set and how to grind kills with him. Subscribe for more guides like these and enjoy the video. Let's begin with the first skill, Hyper. This skill is what your entire move set revolves around, and it's just a charged punch. There are a few things that makes this skill stand out, like the amount of damage it does is a lot. It goes through block 2, and it hits ragdolled opponents as well. The startup isn't really a problem because if you do 3 M1s before this skill, it is guaranteed to land anyways. You can also randomly use it in fights, but it does have an in lag, so make sure you actually hit something with it. But it has another variant. This variant works once you use the move in the air. It's basically a strong down slam, but the higher you fall from, the more damage it does to the person you land on. With this we can make some creative combos later. You can also use it while you are side dashing midair to catch your opponent off guard, as they cannot block this. Overkick is a rush attack. It's really hard to aim because you literally go in the air while you can aim the trajectory of the kick. This move is probably the least useful move in this move set. It doesn't even let you combo extend properly, but we will find a way to make this move somewhat useful with combos later on. The only genuine way to actually use this move is probably as a combo ender, because it looks like they put a lot more effort into its finisher than they did with the move itself. I personally would not recommend using it randomly in fights as it's extremely easy to dodge and punish because of its extremely long end lag. This move is horrible and you shouldn't depend on it at all. Focus Shot, on the other hand, is probably the one move that saves this character from being weak. It also has 2 variants. One is for ground and the other is for air. You will not need to use the grounded variant because it's just a worse version of Hyper up close. From a distance though, you can snipe some people if they are really low. It is blockable from afar though. The air variant is what you should usually use, not only because you can deal a lot of damage with it if you use it with Hyper, but because it's a good way to catch your opponent off guard. Sometimes people fail to realize that it is both inescapable and escapable, depending on whether or not you hit the right spot with it. But how will you know whether your opponent is still ragdolled or if they can escape? There is a sign you can look for to know that. The white line that comes off your enemy. If the line exists after the focus shot, that means they are still ragdolled and you can continue the combo without worrying. If there is no white line, you should probably back away or they might punish you. But how do you actually make the focus shot inescapable? That is pretty easy. You need to aim directly on top of the opponent's head for that. If you can't do that while they are standing, then whenever your opponent is ragdolled, jump on them and wait until you see yourself falling down on them. Then press Focus Shot before you touch the ground. It will only work if your character is coming down. It will not work with normal timed jumps. Blitz is a combo extender. After using it on a standing opponent, it will deal some decent damage and give you 2 M1s after. You can pick people off the ground with this as it works on ragdolled opponents, but make sure they don't have ragdoll cancel. Really a straightforward move, nothing too special about it. Personally, I like using it as soon as I begin my combo. Speaking of combos, now is the time to show you the best combo currently for Deku. Dash into your opponent and start doing M1s. Down slam and use Blitz. Down slam again and do the focus shot thing perfectly the way I explained before. When you're at the highest point possible, use Hyper and land on it. Down slam again and finish it off with Overkick. This is a very simple combo and does the most amount of damage out of all, but you can put many down slams in it like this if you know how to. But now that there's combo scaling in the game, you can't really one-shot combo anyone, so I would honestly rather recommend using short combos, like a simple Blitz and Hyper. Spam it over and over and you will eventually win because it deals 40% damage. Same goes with Focus Shot and Overkick. You can also do Overkick, then side dash and mini down slam and use Focus Shot and continue the same Blitz and Hyper combo from there. But from some reason it does more damage than the first full combo I explained to you. The ultimate is really simple. Overcharge lets you teleport around, but your trajectory needs to line up with where the enemy is. It's very easy to miss, but if you land it, it will deal 50% damage. Cosmic Smash is blockable. Sometimes I really don't know how people manage to avoid it, but it's a really fast rush attack that just knocks multiple enemies away. It has a low cooldown, so I usually just spam it whenever I use this ultimate. One Energy Surge is just a buffed version of Blitz. It works on ragdolled opponents, but it's also very easy to dodge. It deals decent damage, but not a lot, and knocks the enemy back really far too. 1,000,000% is very confusing. It has two cutscenes, one for the finisher and one that deals 50% damage. You can only use it once per ultimate. It's also a rush attack. You run really fast around the map and do a bit of a zigzag at the end. If your opponent is caught in the zigzag, the move will work. If they aren't, then it won't work. Make sure the enemy is lined up with the first line of the zigzag that goes to your left. Or just go extremely close to them so they can't dodge you. That's it for the guide to this move set. Subscribe if any of this was useful, and now let's try everything I just told you in public servers.
What are you aiming at?
Huh? Combo!
Nope. Get out!
Huh?
I've got you in my sights.
Today you're gonna die.